Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to Global Impromptu Speaking session number 225th. This is Milestone Meeting, and today our host is none other than a very special, very beautiful, with beautiful smile, a very regular, ever supportive Toastmaster Najla. Before I call her up on stage, I would like to all just keep yourself on mute mode and keep your videos on for the entire session. Later on, a lot of people are going to join and of course going to participate. In this session, we practice only impromptu speaking. No crosstalk is allowed. Make sure you speak for minimum 1 minute and maximum 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This session is being recorded and will be uploaded on YouTube channel. If you like to see how did you manage your topic, you can go and hit the link and watch at least your session, your part. Ladies and gentlemen, I will not take much of your time, but to welcome our own, a very supportive, very humble Toastmaster Najla as the host of today's meeting and the topics master of today's meeting. Please put your hands together to welcome her. Over to you, Toastmaster Najla, ma'am.
Thank you very much, DTM Amjad Ali, and thank you for making me the host for today. And I hope my session will not be boring. I will try my level best. I just prepared in the last minute. I was so busy the whole day. So welcome again. Good evening, good afternoon for this session, impromptu speech. So first one will go with DTM Jesse. DTM Jesse, your topic is look closely at the sunset to learn how it rises. Look closely at the sunset to learn how it rises. DTM Jesse.
Look closely at the sunset and know how it rises. I compare it to our life also, that everything that sets must rise again. Our life is also, unless you set in one side, you're not rising again. Unless you rise, you don't set. So when you look closely at the sunset is to reflect on the life that we have lived, perhaps how you lived your life. The sunset is the one which is closing or drawing the curtain on the surface, which means that's the time to see, have you lived your life fully? Is there anything that leaves that unsaid, undone for you? And to feel that, to be able to say that, okay, I am ready to draw the curtain on the surface of the earth, on the surface of my own life. That is the reflecting period. Maybe that old age, maybe sunset I can refer to. So that every time that sun sets, the sun has to rise again. And we also believe when you die, there is an incarnation. So your next life will be a better say. So that steadfast faith that you have in you, saying that, I did all that I could. I lived my life. That's the beautiful sunset, to be at the sunset and look back and give thanks and stay ready. So I think that's the essence of the sunset. And sunset is always beautiful. There are people who watch the sunset and appreciate sunset. But if you know the meaning of the sunset, I think the sunset is the end of the sunshine. So the end is always crowning glory of the sunshine. So my point is, look at the sunshine and give glory and stay prepared for the next life and stay ready. Over to you, Najla. I think that's what I guessed it.
Thank you very much. Wonderful. Very nice take to the topic. Thank you for being the first one. Okay, our word of the day is steadfast, which is meaning firm or stable or strong. So let us use it as much as we can. Next speaker will be Unikrishnan, Toastmaster Unikrishnan. Are you ready?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Your topic is if you don't leave your past in the past, it will destroy your future. If you don't leave your past in the past, it will destroy your future. Toastmaster Unikrishnan.
Fellow Toastmasters, my name is Unnikishan. I always believe that past is past. We cannot dig around or we cannot analyze. That is something it is replicating with the postmortem. So there is no need to, we cannot regain anything, but only thing from the past, what after the analyze, we will get what wrong we made it in the past, and we have to avoid those mistakes in the future. So that is I can say that it's a reference book, it's a referral. Yes. Now also I came over here because I was struggling to make in the improv speakings because I could not able to cope up with the days those are speaking in a very fluent way, in a very passionate way. I could not make it. So as today one of my friends shared this link also. So I understood because I am continuously failing to perform on the improv speaking skills. So I don't want to take away. I don't want to leave it. I have to the failing. The failure is the first stepping stone to success. So I want to take the lesson, and I need to take those steps, and I have to start simple, small steps, and gradually I have to acquire that skill. So at this point, my intention is to steadfast in improved speaking skills that will definitely take the further mode of communication. And I would like to urge everyone to support me for this conquering journey uh, uh, towards this impromptu skills mastering journey. I need sincere support to each and everyone. And thank you so much. And over to Najila, Master Najila. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Krishnan. Thank you. That was great thing. Our next is Babu Gupta.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I was looking for you. Okay, your topic is happiness is a selfish state. Happiness is a selfish state. Babu Gupta for you. I put it, Dr. Farida. Thank you very much. You're faster than.
Happiness varies from person to person. A person who is around 5 to 6 years old and the same person who is around the same age. I saw one person, or I should call him a kid, but still I'm calling him a person, hitting a pet with a piece of brick, and the other person trying to condole its pain. One person got happy by hitting that creature, and the other person got happy by healing that creature. So happiness is whether a selfish state or not is a very controversial statement, because for person who want to achieve happiness by creating harm to others who are dealing with that person on regular basis, or if he will get a chance, he will not think twice before doing anything wrong in order to just benefit himself, is a very selfish state. But we have seen examples in this world where we cannot say this line, that happiness is a selfish state. I will like to take the example of Mother Teresa, who used to stay in our country. She was from other country, but she has served the people of my country without any self. And after doing that, she got her mental peace, her happiness. So can you tell me that was that a selfish state within her? No. So happiness can be a selfish state, but it also can be a selfless state. But I am sad to say that for 80% of human beings living in this world, happiness is a very selfish state and we need to change it. And by continuous trial, I hope we can do it. Over to you, Table.
Thank you very much, Babu. That was a nice take. Nayatri, did I pronounce it right?
Neti.
Okay, Nayatri. Okay, so your topic is sometimes we don't need words, we need feelings. Sometimes we don't need words, we need feelings. Over to you.
Have you ever come across a situation where you didn't have words? Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen. Most times we come across situations where we are just stuck for words. For example, last year when my grandmother passed away, when people came to pass their sympathies, I did not have any words. What could you possibly tell to someone who is expressing their sympathies? In those moments, what I have learned is all you have to do is just give a hug. Sometimes a person doesn't need your words. The person just needs their feelings to be heard. What better way to hear someone's feelings rather than sharing your own? Not through words, but through actions. With my friends, I have experienced the steadfast loyalty every single time I have gone through something really heartbreaking in my life. It was not the words that calmed me down. It was the fact that they showed up every single time. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next time, if you have a choice to talk to a person or talk with a person, I would tell you, go ahead with talk with, because that shows more feelings. Toastmaster, what would you choose? Over to you.
Very nice. Thank you. I was thinking how I will talk about it if I was given that topic. Dr. Farida, are you ready to take one topic?
Am I audible?
Yes. Okay. The fiercest battle you will fight in your life is to achieve yourself. The fiercest battle you will fight in your life is to achieve yourself. Dr. Farida.
A very good evening to my global impromptu family members. The topic that has been given to me is indeed a difficult one to tackle. It talks about battles in life. Of course, who doesn't have battles in life? Who doesn't have challenges in life? Name me one person who has absolutely no challenges or no obstacles in life. But this, I do agree that the worst battle that we fight in life is to overpower our own ego and to surpass our own negative vibes. This I totally agree with. All of us have an ego, the rest. Everybody knows what these terms mean. And all of us have a positive side and a negative side, which are in constant tussle with each other. The positive side keeps pushing you towards goodness, towards kindness, towards blessings, towards being good-hearted. And the negative side is I'm sorry to say, I'm quite ashamed to admit it that I still have my negative side. It promotes jealousy. It takes you towards negativity. It takes you towards the path, down the path of being selfish, of being very stingy, of being very conservative in showing your love. And however steadfast I try to remain on the good side, the negative side does come to me and does approach my heart and does cling to my heart. However, the battle has to be fought. The negative clutches have to be torn away from my heart and from my mind and to be shunned away. And I think all of us, we face many situations, many situations. Sometimes it is whether to give or not to give, whether to approach someone or not to approach. Sometimes it is a battle between forgiving someone and not to forgive someone. And all of us have fought these battles. So my fellow global impromptu family members, I totally agree with this. These battles are fierce. These battles have to be fought within ourselves in a quieter moment of the day. And it is for each one of us to decide who will win supreme. A very good evening to all of you. Love you all.
Good evening, Dr. Farida. Very wonderful, nice take, as usual. Okay, Navid?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, your topic is never give up your unique personality to impress anyone. Never give up your unique personality to impress anyone. Navid.
I was reading a book because I liked the author, and it was something like how to deal with your life's problems. There were many articles, and there was one article, and its name was "Give Up." I was something thinking that I have learned so far that people are saying never give up, but he is saying give up. He was saying that whenever you have problems in your life which you are unable to solve it, even you are unable to discuss with anyone, just you have to go into the solitude and ask from your God that I am unable to do it, just help me. So he was saying that whenever you have the problems you are unable to solve, the giving up is also a good option. Because if you will give up, there will be a chance that you will find other options. Because when we were not giving up, we were only seeing that option. But when you give up, you will see that there are other options as well. So when you say that give up, don't give up when on your unique personalities, is that I've learned so far as well that when you are introvert or shy person, there is always options of the success, because there are examples in this life. I have heard that there are many numerous famous personalities as well who are actually introverts, like Bill Gates and Elon Musk. These are two examples of their personalities. They are introverts. So when you see that your personality is unique in terms of some characteristics, you should not give up on it, but you can more improve on it. So thank you very much. It was all about from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Navid. Very nicely taken. Tosma Sarsanita. Okay, it's a sentence. You agree or you don't agree, disagree or agree. Whoever wants to understand you will understand you, even if your expression is confused. Whoever wants to understand you will understand you, even if your expression is confused.
Greetings to everybody here today. Yes, whoever wants to understand you will understand you, even if your expression is confused. Yes, that's very, very important, because in my case, I'm so preoccupied and I do so much of multitasking. Sometimes I have the wrong expressions in face because I'm thinking of something while I'm replying to the others, and people get very confused. But people who know you very well, I also switch from one topic to the other, not only expression while talking, I can jump from one topic to the other so easily. And many a times, especially men, get very confused. Where did this conversation come from? We were talking about something else. Similarly, expressions also, because I'm thinking of something else, the expression is all wrong. But people who are close to you, who have been with you for very long, they will understand you very well. Like Patch over here, she can understand no matter what my expression is, she knows what I want from her. So people who are close to you will understand no matter how bad your expressions are, they don't get confused. And so it's people who are close to you and the people who truly love you will really understand. Yes, I agree with that topic. Thank you so much.
Thank you to Sunita ji. Thank you, Sunita ji. Toastmaster Munish Gupta, are you? Yeah. Hi, sir. Okay, your topic is when the day passes peacefully, we should not see it as normal. When the day passes peacefully, we should not see it as normal. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everybody. When the day passes peacefully, we should not think it is normal. But in my case, I don't have any day which passes peacefully. I run a newspaper. So I create a controversies, and sometimes the people to whom I hit, they also retaliate. And my life is always like this. For the past 6 months, it was the month of April when people were dying like insect in India, in the hospital. I published the stories and the government stopped my advertisement. For the past 6 months, they didn't issue an advertisement. Every day, I go in the evening with a loss of 30,000 rupees, which I get it from the local government. And I do not have a peace. My mind is always in turmoil. So I want peace. You are talking about the challenge of life. I agree with you. We need challenge. We need hiccups. We need mountain obstacle which will come out. But this bureaucracy, these politicians, the problem which they create, we can't have peace with that. And they are adamant. We are helpless. They are not accountable. The people, those who live in Asian countries, they only can understand this thing. The Western people, if I say this thing, they will think, what is he talking about? And I want that I will day in my life where I can say that today I have a peace. Over to the Toastmaster, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster Munish. Our next speaker is Sujitji. Are you here with us?
Hi.
Hi. Okay. It's a gray screen, that's why I got confused. Okay. So Toastmaster Sujit, your topic is courage does not consist in continuing with things, but in withdrawing from them. Courage does not consist in continuing with things, but in withdrawing with them. Over to you. I put it in the chat.
Yeah. Courage does not consist in continuing with things, but in withdrawing from them. So, actually, I'm not understanding, honestly.
You want me to change it? No. Courage does not consist in continuing with things. Like the person does not stay in one place for long. At one
Okay,
point, you need to withdraw from whatever you're doing or from whatever you are in.
Sometimes we are in toxic relationships or we have toxic habits that we need to cut back from, like smoking, like drinking, toxic relationships. So we need courage to move on.
Yeah, during my last job, I would say one of the people in my organization has made my life really miserable. And that kind of give me the courage to think what's next. And it kind of, gave me that that instinct, or rather a train of thoughts, like, how do I am adding value? How I'm contributing to my organization? What am I learning? So there was barrage of questions which was kind of hitting me. And that particular moment, I kind of decided, let's move. Let's move. Let's do something different from what I was doing for last more than a decade. And I took that leap of faith. During that particular moment, trust me, life was really miserable and hell. Why? Because I was thinking about the future. What's next? Will I be able to kind of match up in terms of income, in terms of, the perks and whatever the life has given it to me? Trust me, once you cross that border, the question is all very, very different. Now, the question is, am I living every day? Of course, I do. I think, it doesn't make a sense of doing same thing 10 years down the line. It makes far more better that doing 10 different things in 10 different years. And that's what I have been doing. My learning curve has kind of gone a stepper, I would say. And the things which I have learned in last 2-3 years, trust me, I have not learned in last 1 decade. Why? Because I have taken that courage, that leap of faith to be on the other side of the border. It's very painful when you are right at the border, but as soon as you just cross the border, trust me, whatever thoughts you have kind of thought about while at the border doesn't matter, doesn't even, comes even for a single moment of time, because your eye is on the next target, next destination which you want to reach. And it's far more positive, far more better than doing the same rotten thing all throughout during that period. But one of the great learning, or which thing which came with me, is the relationship, is a lot of connects, is the network which I have built with my future organization. And those peoples had kind of came forward and did a lot of amazing things. And also the people who I've never known 2 years back has come in my life, and I would call them messiahs, because those one people kind of, build a network effect, and it kind of rampant. So all I would say, if you are, anybody of you is standing on the border, take that leap of faith, go on the other side of the border. Trust me, it is going to be far more enriching. It is going to be far more kind of, growth for you. That's it from my end. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you very much. I know that was hard. Sorry, but that's a nice take. Toastmaster Huda? Huda Ali, are you here with us?
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, are you ready to take a topic?
I'm just following because it's the first time to be with you. So I just want to see what's happening with impromptu speeches.
That's a simple
I'm not
topic.
a simple topic. Okay,
Yeah.
first time, and I want to try. Okay, no problem.
Okay. Okay. Toastmaster Huda, your remedy is within you. Your remedy is within you. Over to you, Huda.
Mhm. For sure, any one of us can have problems in life, suffer from bad relationships or even problems at work or family problems or things like this. But on the whole, we have to deal with this problem in a good way or properly. We have to think positively, think of the good side of everything, and try to find solutions, learn lessons instead of being so pessimistic or regretting about things that happen to us. No, it is not the way of dealing with the toxic or bad things in life. We have instead to move on, think of new things to do, new routes to discover, or even find hobbies in life, something practical to do in order um, uh, to get the remedy or to recover from anything that happened to us before. If we stick to what happened to us, for sure we're going to have to be we're going to suffer more, or we're going to have health problems, for example, or even psychological disease or problems. So we have to get rid of any psychological barriers or any bad things that might destroy our life. Thinking about positivity and good things in life matter a lot. So think of the good moments, live the present, and think of the good future, and forget all about the past bad events. And this is how I can get the remedy or recover from any bad things in life. And that's it, what I can say today.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you very much. See,
Oh,
you are a star in the Impromptu. So this is come back again, huh? Don't forget. Join us.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry if I will pronounce wrong. Toastmaster Akib, right? Akib Jawid.
Yes, ma'am.
So your topic is don't lose the feeling of the moment by focusing on what comes next. Don't lose the feeling of the moment by focusing on what comes next. Over to you.
Don't lose the feeling of moment by focusing on what comes next. So there is a problem. There is a problem with all of us. What happens is we don't live in the present. Either we are regretting about past or we are dreaming about future. So these are the two aspects. When we are at office, we think of going home and spending time with family. When we are at home with family, we think of going beach and enjoying. And when we are at beach, when we are sitting at beach, we should enjoy. At that point of time, we think of office, the problems which we have at office. This issue has to be resolved. What is the reason? I mean, why people are designed in this way? Because we don't live in the moment. And I can recollect with one of the speeches from Toastmaster Praveen Vadalkar. He's a motivational speaker as well. So he was going through a Himachal trip, and there was a narrow bridge to be crossed. One person went before him, and he looked down the river current, he got feared. He got feared that he'll die. His legs started shivering and he fell off. And that fellow, he died in that, crossing the bridge. When Praveen started going towards the bridge, Praveen didn't think about past, didn't think about future. He looked across the bridge. He put his strong footsteps and lived in that moment, and he went on crossing the river. What made him cross the river? It was just very simple, just by staying in that moment. And since he was staying in that moment, he got a longer life. He has a life further to live on. So, well, I believe we should not think about past or future. Let us live in the moment so that we get a longer life. That's my take on the topic. Over to you, Nazla ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rajawid. DTM Amjad, can I give you a topic or you cannot speak?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. I choose to make the rest of my life the best of my life. I choose to make the rest of my life the best of my life. Over to you, DTM Amjad.
Thank you so much, Madam Topics Master. I choose to make the rest of my life best of my life. I believe everyone does the same thing. Whenever we get a chance, every point we are in right now, everyone tries to make the rest of life the best of their life. If I talk about myself, yes, I do try my level best. For example, I make sure I make less mistakes compared to my past. I make sure I spend more time with my family members, because that's what I have been missing while making money. Yes, made money, traveled the world, but it was lacking to spend time with family. Nowadays, I'm spending more time with my family members, because end of the day, they are going to cry for you. Because I remember that moment when I was uh, caught up by COVID, and I was COVID positive. When I was COVID positive, none of them who loved me on social media was around me, but my family members, my family, my wife, every family member, my sisters, my mother, my brothers, they were asking, they were panicking wherever they were. So, ladies and gentlemen, you believe or not, that's the reason they are your blood relations. We need to understand our relationships. Other people, okay, if you are in that capacity to help them, do help them. But make sure your importance should go to the people who are born with you, who are connected with you with blood, who are your blood relatives or blood relation. So this is what I'm trying every single day. So I go with the statement, yes, and now committed. Uh, I'm committed to spend my rest of life making the best of my life. Because I don't want to regret tomorrow that I did not spend good time with my family members who stood by me, who shared their shoulders with me, and they spent their money on me, everything they have done for me. I thank them if they listen to this video, if they watch, they listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Please start loving if you don't love your loved ones. They will make your life beautiful, rest of your life beautiful. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, DTM Amjad. Thank you so much. With DTM Amjad, I finish. We're done with all the participants here today. That's very early.
We are not done. We are still alive. Najla ma'am, we are not done. We are still alive. So who would like to give a daring topic to our Najla ma'am? Then we will take another round or we will just wind up.
Okay.
May I give?
Please give a topic to Najla ma'am. Anybody?
Yeah, I'll give it to. Yeah. Toastmaster Nazla.
Yes.
Study the past. Study the past if you would define the future. Study the past if you would define the future. Toastmaster Nazla.
Study the past if you would define the future. Good evening, good afternoon, my impromptu family. That's a nice topic. Is life only with studying? Are we enough? Are we done with the studying? Whether in career, whether in schools? No, I don't believe so. Learning and studying is continuous thing. It's a continuous process from 0 day or 0 hour we are coming to this life. So studying the life is the biggest school and the biggest university that we're getting a certificate, if we ever get a certificate level on something, and that's our achievements. Achieving in life is not an easy. So to move on and to learn how to grow up, making sure that I learn my lesson and I memorize my sessions in life to make my exam easy in the next stage of life and pass it. Even not with the flying color, I don't care, but at least I pass it in a peaceful mind, in satisfaction. I will keep going on this life in that way only. That's how life is going. School, studying, exam, achieve, and go on. How much I achieve until now? I achieve a lot. I believe I say it that I achieve a lot of things. But yet, still heading to the future, I have a lot of things to achieve. It's not only that what I'm reaching here. So far, I achieved in Toastmaster. So I'm happy with where I'm in Toastmaster. Still, I have a lot to learn in Toastmaster and in the whole journey of life. As a nurse career, as an admin, as a teacher in the university, that's another thing. So studying your past will help you definitely to achieve in your future. Over to you, Javid.
Ladies and gentlemen, we still have 15 minutes. If you want to take one more round for 3-4 people, you can do so, or we can just conclude the session.
If everybody is okay with that, I can go on. I have still topics.
Yes,
So
ma'am,
shall I go with the same rotation names?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, please.
Okay. So we'll go again to DTM Jesse. I hope you don't hate me, please. Okay.
Topics are really, really nice and pretty hard, very philosophical.
I'm sorry for that. I'm learning from Omar Farouk and DTM Amjad, I guess.
Very nice.
Okay, so DTM Jesse, your topic is the kind word in someone's severity is a blessing. The kind word in someone's severity is a blessing. Over to you, DTM.
Can you put that kind words in someone's?
Severity is a blessing or a charity, you can say. The kind word.
Okay, kind word in someone's severity, oh, is a blessing. Fellow Toastmasters, kind words are always a blessing, whether it is in severity or when you are not in severe need of it. It's hard to come by. You need to make a lot of practice to be kind to people. Today's world is not kind. It's I find today's world is little selfish. Kindness is very rare, but there are people who are kind. Kindness comes in various ways. Kindness is listening to someone and giving ideas. Kindness can be helping them going, walking the extra mile and helping them. Kindness can be cash, when they run short of money. Cash. Today, kindness is in need because there are so many people have lost jobs or in desperate situation. They don't want to even tell the truth also. I was standing outside my office the other day, and one African boy was looking at me and looking at me must be he was thinking whether he has to come to me or not. And I looked at him. He came to me and he kept crying. And he said, I came from Africa bringing so much of money. I was staying with my uncle. My uncle has said that you move out or look for a job, and I don't have a job. I felt, you can see in his eyes that he speaks the truth, and there is no guile in what he said. I went and helped him. But how far that help will go, God knows. And I prayed that he gets some job to live the daily bread. He has no place to stay. He has no place to eat, it seems. I told him, you go to some of this charity and see if you can get a job. But I don't know. People are also now insensitive to the needs of other people. They themselves are in problem. Even to give 100 dirhams for somebody, also for them, it's hard also. So its kindness is hard to come, but whoever can show any kindness is really a blessing. And it's not in severity. We should always be kind, whether in severity or not. If it is not severe cases also, be kind to one another in speech, in words, in deeds, and liven up your life and liven up other people's life. That's what I have to say, Najla. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, TTMGC. Very Krishnan, are you ready for the second topic?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You are not supposed to win or lose an argument. You are not supposed to win or lose an argument. Toastmaster Krishnan.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Yes, actually, I believe in win-win situation. So why we should lose someone else? So always we have to think about other shoes, and whatever things I believe we have to compromise, or we have to put down on the opposite side shoes, and bring him in that position that we have to, both the people has to win. For example, it's happened sometimes in any one situation. Once I would like to share one story with you, because last couple of weeks back, I met one person. He was in a deep trouble because he was an owner of a company. He lost because he was in fact he was an owner of two companies. One company he completely
Yeah, I'm muted.
moment I thought about it. Then why? Then he told me that I am arguing with the other person. Then I told them, can you talk to the other opposed opponent and bring in a platform in such a way that in an amicable situation, and bring happiness and bring positivity and lead them in both of your life and move forward. With this note, I would like to stop here. Thank you so much, and over to Natila ma'am.
Thank you very much. That's a nice take on the topic. Babu Gupta, I think he left. Yeah. Nazri. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Okay, your topic is positivity does not mean an ideal platonic life. Positivity does not mean an ideal platonic life. Do you agree or disagree?
Positivity does not mean an ideal platonic life. I am a really positive person. Maybe by looking at my smile, you all can agree. Topic master, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes I have faced situations where people are like, why are you so positive? Why are you always smiling? And I'm like, do you have a problem with that? I'm just naturally a happy person. And then they go on to say, there's nothing called perfect in life. there is nothing called happiness in life. Then I go on to say, just because I smile and radiate positivity, that does not mean that we have to have an ideal life. Most times people consider that being positive is directly proportional to having an ideal life. But we can define our own life in our own terms. We don't need to have an ideal life. We don't need to get defined by people, society's ways that this is how an ideal life should be. We all are different. We all are facing battles of our own. So it is up to us to define how we live our life. So when you get a chance to be positive, why not bring some to the world? Because currently we all need a little bit more happiness and positivity among all of us. Over to you, Topic Master.
You're very excellent speaker. Thank you so much. That's really, you make me more positive now. I don't want to continue. I can take the whole session until midnight if Dr. Amjad will allow me. Okay, Dr. Farida, do you agree or disagree? Sometimes
I
you
totally agree. And sorry.
It's okay. I know that you will agree
I
with
totally agree. Nayatri, you're a wonderful speaker. Please come every time, spread positivity. Let us see your beautiful smile.
Yeah, totally agree. Okay, Dr. Farida, do you agree with this?
But sorry for the interruption. No corona positivity, please.
Yeah, yes, definitely, yes. Sometimes you have to give up on people, Dr. Farida. Do you agree or disagree? Sometimes you have to give up on people.
A very good evening once again to my global impromptu family members. The topic that has been given to me, sometimes you have to give up on people. I feel all the time we have to give up on the people who deserve to be given up on. It is better to let go of a toxic relationship rather than being stuck up in a relationship which is truly not worth pursuing. I often say this to my children, that it is better to rest than to climb the wrong mountain. It's better to remain single than to have a wrong kind of a friend, or a friend who is toxic to you. Similarly, there are many people who are just not worth spending time with or worth putting effort for. And those type of people, should be easy peasy for you to give up on. You should not get yourself stuck to these people. And this is something very fascinating, that a lot of toxic people seem to be very parasitic. They sort of cling on to you and don't let go of you that easily too. And this is something that you need to develop over time and over years, how to gently cut yourself away from such people and keep yourself in positive environment with positive friends and positive relationships, which bring you up in life and bring out your inner self in a more polished way, rather than suppressing your personality and creating negativity in your life. So I totally agree with this topic. Sometimes you do have to give up on people. For me, a lot of times I've had to give up on people. I still do. I'm sorry, but I still do that. I ghost people all the time if I find out that there is some negativity attached to them, or their pursuits are not the same as mine in life. And so I would advise the same to all of you. A very good evening again to all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Farida. But please don't give up on us. Huh? We're not that people. Next one is Toastmaster Naveed.
You know, I'm sorry, Najla, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Toastmaster Deepa is there. She's, I mean, her photo is not showing, but she's there. There
Okay.
you go.
Okay, so can I take her after Naveed, or shall we go with the Deepa first? That okay? Deepa after Naveed, is that okay with you? Okay. So, Toastmaster Navid, there is a purpose for everyone you meet. There is a purpose for everyone you meet.
It's been some days that I was pondering over my past, that because that happened with me, that's why I did this. So yes, it is true that there is purpose for everyone you meet. He was my boss and he was so tough. He gave me really tough tasks and less days to complete. And there were even working of up to 10 p.m. So I was thinking that why he is giving me lots of tasks to do, why he is even sometimes yelling at me. So it was, I think, better for me because I was not running so fast. I was not giving good time. He gave me, he did not give up on me. He did not give up on me. He was giving me ideas to learn. He was giving me projects so that I can learn. And I was on a junior position there in that company. And he then, after 2 years, he gave me promotion as well. So then I realized that yes, he was making me prepare for my life. And after that, I got job offer from another company on a more senior position. So I went to him and said him that I got this offer. Should I go or not? He said to me that even I can give you more amount of rupees even if you work here, but I will suggest you that that company is more better for you, and both this position is also good for you, and they are giving you good amount of money. So he gave me that learn from the company and industry, new industries and people. You will be a successful person in your future. So thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, Navid. Thank you. Toastmaster Deepa.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening. Be thankful for the difficult people in your life. Be thankful for the difficult people in your life.
It's not easy life that teaches us lessons. It's difficulties. It's difficult people who teach us lessons. They make us more patient. I have a mentee in my club, and he is one of the biggest pranksters I've seen. And I had a very difficult time with him in Toastmasters. I mean, he never took anything seriously. He always would make a joke of everything. And I was thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have to quit on this boy. I can't guide him. I don't think he's serious. Anything that I bring up, he's just dismissing everything. Just when I was about to do that, there was some voice in me which said, no, there's something beyond this in him. There's something more to him than just layers of being a prankster and making a joke out of everything. So I persisted. I let out my instructions. I gave out whatever I could. And gradually he transformed. And the transformation made it all worthwhile. He began to respect me. He began to become a friend. Now I can say he's one of a very dear friend, not just a mentee. And he's been doing fantastic in the club. He's risen to the VP membership
which is a challenging role in itself. He's shown maturity. And I feel dealing with difficult people has not just made me patient. I think in a way it has helped him become a mature person. I think all of these interactions that we have with different people, it can be diverse. I believe, just like previously the topic, there's a purpose to meeting everybody. I think we need to find purpose in meeting people. And have you found the purpose with a person you met recently, Toastmasters?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We are 9:01. DTM Amjad.
Thank you so much, Najla ma'am. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a fantastic show. It was milestone meeting 225th, and it went with our own Toastmaster Najla ma'am. Could you please put your hands together to thank her for conducting this session?
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. With that, power vested in me as the host of this very meeting. I adjourn the meeting. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Najla ma'am, you can stop recording.